Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Welcome, welcome. Friday, October 22nd. One more week left in October before we head off into the taper month. Dum, dum, dum. What happens with tapering? What happens with tapering? So we will see. We will see. 453.20. We have a little shaking and baking in the post market and the pre market here on SPY. Big downside followed by a big gap up, and we've trended down ever since. We currently right at S1, which is 453.10, and we'll see how things go. Should be an interesting day to say the least. Should be the interesting day to say the least. Let's see what happens. Less than 2 minutes till the market opens. I'm looking at the October 25th contracts. I just can't bring myself to do the 0 DTEs, and the only options they give us are the 25th and the 22nd. So we'll see how this thing continues to play out as we get deeper and deeper into the day. I've got, let's see, watch list is posted for SPY. I'll post the SPX as we get there. Let's see here. Live, post that. Good to go. Good to go. Alrighty. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Andy, Trader, Franks? How you doing? Jeffrey, Brandt, Ben, CE, Nicholas, Trader. How you doing? McShane, what up, buddy? All right, coming up on the market open, we've got 19 seconds. Let's have a good day, please. If you took a loss yesterday, learn from it, figure out why you did it, don't do it again. And if you won, don't get euphoric. Don't get euphoric. Let's have a little fun. DWAC's over 117 bucks right now. Holy moly! Wish I would have took some calls on that. Talk about a payday. That's what. That'd probably been like a 10,000% gain on some calls. There is the market open right out of the gate. So far, X is just looking at it. Mixed bag. I'm going to be looking at tech heavily today, especially with that crazy stuff we had yesterday. So let's see what happens. QQQ, big red candle right out the gate, and SPY blasted through S1. Let's take a look at my contracts and see how we're doing. All right, open this up. Let me go here. So I'm up. I'm in the green. My puts are in the green. I was right for once on a swing play. They're about to go red. 453.10. And the QQQ has got a red candle there. The bonds, big spike up in the bonds, 143.50. XLF is up here now. Nope, I'm going to hold on to them. I'm going to hold on to them. Let's do this. All righty. Red candle right out S1 here. S1 is holding strong. I love to see it. Yeah, S1 was R3 yesterday with a little bit of adjustment. I like to adjust things around here. And let's see how this thing acts. What's going on, Jeff? Y'all hear me? Jeffrey said he's got no sound. You got sound? Let's see. Epidemic said break even. Yeah, it was just up. I think it was 157 last I looked at it, so I was up 5 cents on him. Not much, but green nonetheless. Yeah, buddy. Chris says only 20 wins in a row. I'm canceling Patreon. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Sold at 158. Nice, Pikachu. What's QQQ is drilling. XLF is big pop up there. Interesting action. Big upwards action of the bonds, and now a big pop up in XLF. So we have this kind of inverse, or I'm sorry, correlation, and that usually means that we are hedged. The markets are fully hedged, which in anticipation of a downside. It's been crazy. I fully welcome a downside. I just don't feel comfortable continuing to play calls at these levels. We're at extended levels. Volume is non-existent, and we have a lot of headwinds coming out in November. So sold at 153, 4.7% profit on the swing, still holding one night. Nice motion blur. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, buddy. Currently down 1.4% on my swing plays. We'll see how they act going into the morning, the late morning. Big wick up there on the red candles on the Qs. Let's take a look. Apple. Whoa, hey, big red on some Apple. Microsoft. What's Microsoft doing? Why is it? Okay, there we go. Trading flat. Amazon is trading flat. Facebook, slightly increased from yesterday's nastiness, but still considerably down. Google is trying to pop back up after a little downside they had. Nvidia is flushing. Tesla still holding, clinging on to that 900 level for dear life. What's going to happen with Tesla? I think downwards. If I had a little more fortitude, I would take some puts on some Tesla, but that's not me. For now. For now. How's everybody doing on YouTube? We got 200 people watching and increasing. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your Friday morning to join us, make a little money. It's been a very awesome week. I need a good day to break my record. If I have a repeat of yesterday, I will break my 1 week record. So, and then also not to mention, it might put me in the running for a month, but we'll see. We'll see. Need a good day though. What's up, Levi? I'm ready to kill it as well. I've got my puts and calls up there ready to go. I'm going to formulate my strategy. I'm an SPX. I've already got my SPY watch list posted in the OM Plays channel. If you are on the Discord, head over to OM Plays and you'll see my watch list there. SPX on the October 25th contracts, because I'm not playing a one-day DTE. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I've got 268 right there. I'm going to go with that. And then the put side of things, what's the open interest on these things? Ooh, I like it. I like it. You know what? I'm going to go with that. Nah, I'm not going to go with that. Let's see here. Nope, I am going to go with that. All right. Posting SPX. All right, posted. You don't see that channel anymore right there? Just trying to be patient, not jumping anything unless it lines up. Make some good calls yesterday. Let's do it. That's right, CE. Let's do it. Let's do it. So my swing position is down 7% right now after being slightly up. We have this little green action here. I would be hard pressed to think that we are going to beast mode today. We obviously have gapped up a little bit. We've got this little up and downwards action. I would say we've already seen. I would say if I had to venture a guess, I would see the pre-market high is roughly going to be about our high today. Maybe a touch higher, but that's about it. I just don't see us blasting very much higher. However, I will play calls if we do break that and beast mode higher. All right, a little bit of green action there on tech. Facebook is still down. Tesla is going crazy, popped over 900. SPY right here is bouncing off 453 and just jumped 80 cents. Qs are jumping. TLT is jumping. VIX is down to 1496. I would say the last line of defense for VIX is 1412. 1412. So we'll see here. R1 is 454.05. And we bounced cleanly off of S1 and we're coming up in rejection right up to R1. Good stuff. As someone who has realized that my biggest weakness is jumping in too early, is there anything you have learned from your experience to break that? Yeah, analyzing my losses. I was getting sick. of having a good thesis and doing everything right, but I would get smoked out just because it was morning volatility. Man, look at this green candles. This is nuts. This is nuts. So the big name I keep seeing tossed around is DWAC, and they have gone from $10 to $131 in 24 hours. That is some GameStop type stuff right there. Never even heard of this company until about 12 hours ago. I think from what I read, they're the company that Trump agreed with to entered agreement with to do their social media. I think that's right. I could be wrong. Somebody check me on that. But from $10 to $131. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. SPY's up here, R1, 454.14. Ryan says, I watched your videos on using EMA and squeezing momentum. Any reason you are preferring to use resistance level trade? I've filtered those out. That video is a little bit old. I still use them, but right now I'm testing this thing here. I've built these R and S levels, resistance support levels, and I'm trying to test these out. That's why I've got everything hidden to see how they roll. And yeah, so I still use them. I'm just flowing it out, putting them on my charts. 454.05. Big green here on the Qs. XLF is popping big time. Financial sector is roasting. Ks are roasting. And yeah, eyes are still beast mode. Eyes have been strong since yesterday morning. Man, big pop up in consumer staples. A lot of big pops here, probably because of all the earnings reports coming out. All earnings flow data, which is why I expect once earnings season ends, is when we'll finally start to manifest some of this negativity that we have in the market. And we'll see. We'll see. Because you have to realize monetary policy is on the verge of shifting. The whole reason why everything has been buy calls, sit back and relax, euphorically green since March of 2020 is because of monetary policy. It's the only reason. And then once that switch turns off, we're going to have to start facing reality. So copy link. There is my watch list right there. Right there. Nice, Nanya. Awesome stuff. Fighting with R1 right now. SP or Qs are nice beast mode. Straight 3 green candles climbing up here. A lot of big pop-ups here in the X's. That's why SPY and the Qs are rolling like this. XLK is beast mode. XLF is popping up. The bonds right now are gapped up, but they are kind of trending downwards here. The 10-year yields have flirted with 1.7%, which, if y'all remember back in the wintertime, that was Armageddon. 1.7%, holy crap, the market's finally going to retrace. And that was back in the wintertime, and then finally they trickled back down. It was business as usual, green, green, green. Haven't even heard it mentioned on Bloomberg this morning that we're at 1.7, other than a keynote that says, hey, yields are to 1.7. That was it. So we'll see what happens. My put play is down 14% after being up a few percentage points in the morning because we bounced off 452.91 and roasted to 454.20. That is about $1.50 move. Thank you. There's a watermark. I'll be looking at seeing if we can get a rejection here off R1, maybe play some puts. I'm going to let this thing shake out before I start jumping into a play. I really want to form my thesis. I don't really have a good thesis yet other than the fact that I don't think we go all that much higher. So we'll see. Yeah, NVIDIA is straight climbing. Tesla beast mode, and now it's going sideways. Google's starting to round over just a touch. A little bit of red coming into the tech. Apple came back up and matched pre-market highs, but they're coming on back down. I've got a lot of just bullish action here on all the X sectors. 1025s, Belize. 1025s. Got out of your put directly after open, 11%. Nicely done. That's why I elected to take a put position that was a little further in DTE. It's about a week out because I want to let it get a little chase in here before it starts getting smoked out. Because right here, I expect pretty much as close to the top of the range for the day. We'll see. So, it's managed right now. The downside is completely fine. It's manageable. It's a smaller position. So I'm going to let it shake out a little thing and see if we can come on back down. Did you buy yet or still waiting? I haven't bought anything yet. I took a swing put yesterday, but I haven't bought anything today yet. Yep, remember we do have J Powell's speech. I believe it's 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. So be on the lookout for that. Exciting day yesterday afternoon in the Patreoners Discord room. I posted the preliminary design for the first hoodie I'm going to be coming out with, and a lot of people seem to like it. I'm going to be coming out with a bunch of different stuff, but be on the lookout for that. I got a good feedback on that. Going with the Under Armour material, that nice, thick, high quality, shiny like Under Armour material. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. Be on the lookout for that. Can I repost the hoodie put? Yeah, let me see. It's just a preliminary design. I'm going to do a few minor changes to it, so. Discord search function is one of those times where it's choosing not to work. Discord is sometimes it just doesn't work. Yep, Discord search function not working, so I'll have to look at it a little later. But there you go. Thanks, Bob. All right, still hovering right at R1. Qs are starting to round back over here, and let's see where we're gonna go. Oh, thanks, Pikachu. Appreciate that. Scaling into a put for David. QQQ now. Green candles right up here below their POC. SPY still hovering R1. No weakness in sight for SPY just yet. Big old candle right up there. No wicks so far. XLF, red candle. Let's see if we can get a little downside here. And maybe we could jump into a put. XLC, big downside for XLC. Given back that big pop-up yesterday. Significant downside for XLC. But everything else is pretty much bullish. Little red candle on the K and the Fs. SPY is still holding R1. I'd love for it to break. I do see a little downside. Amazon is flushing right now. You know what? I want to take a put here. Not going to lie. The way that things are flushing down, XLF. Ooh, never mind. XLF just got bought up. There's too much bullish here to take a put. I want to see a change before I jump in. XLF just bought up that red and climbing. XLV is double green. XLK is still not flushing. Once it flushes, I'll consider jumping in. But right now it's still a little too bullish. Still a little too bullish. Qs are double red right there. If R1 breaks, I'll consider getting into a put. But right now, nah. There's a little red, a little red. I got my finger on the put buttons right here. Let's see what happens. Love to see this thing flush. I'm going to adjust my watch list just slightly. Man, there we go. There's some good candles. Come on. Come on down, baby. Come back. Come down to earth. Good, John. I love it. I love it. Obeying your rules, buddy. All right, so R1, that gives me a good thesis. That gives me a data point. Now we have a data point that R1 is respected. QQQ is, oh, look at that big red on QQQ. If we break lower, I'll probably scalp a put here. I'm not going to FOMO. If I jump in, it'll be a quick in and out, pop in and out, dancing on my toes, and I'm out like a thief in the night. So we'll see. I'll switch in the 4530s on the SPX. If you are looking at my watch list, I'm updating to 4530s. And we'll see how this thing rolls. Quick 17% gain. Nice. Hold my beer. Like it. All right, big downside on tech right here. Little green here on SPY. All right, I jumped in right there on this put. Let's see if we can ride this baby down. I'm not going to jump over and post this because this thing's shaking too much, but I'm watching this. I'm watching this. Red candles here on this. Holding this down. Coming on down. Let's go, baby. There's 680. There's 690. Now 670. There's that flush. Come on. Still drilling. Still drilling. Give me that fill. Give me that fill. Come on. Give me that fill. All right, this thing's going down pretty well. I like this downside. This gives me good. This starts making me feel a little more confident about the day that there's a little bit of logic in here. We had a little up there. I closed one position there, by the way. I'm going to post this. Took it at 7. Write that down right there. Okay. Took half there at 7. I'm out at 7. All right. So this is starting to give me a little more confidence about this stuff. We have a little logic and reason coming into play. We're respecting levels. We're just not going euphoric, blast off the top like it's nobody's business. So I like to see this stuff. I'm out right there. Okay. All right, I'm fully out of that put. Just closed it. I'll post these numbers here. But so what I want to see is start to respect all these levels. I want to start to see this thing come in and out. I want to see it reject R1, bounce off RS, or at least consolidate around S1, and then come on back down. And that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, for sure. Big old bottom wick here on SPY. Qs are still very much down. XLF now is climbing up the top, and we just had an awesome rejection of R1. I'd love to see it. If we come back up to R1 again, I'm taking it. I told y'all, I do think pre-market highs is going to be about the high for today, give or take, I would say 20 to 30 cents. So I do not think we're going to come up even more than that. That's why if we come back up and approach R1 again, I will be looking at puts again as we continue to reject that down. We are at extended levels. We're going on a 2-week $30 run from lows, and it's insane. Volume is depreciating greatly. There's not much holding up here. The only thing that's propping this market up right now, there's a big old fat 2x4 holding up the jet. There's one 2x4 holding up this whole house, and that 2x4 is corporate earnings. And once that 2x4 falls out of the way, you know what happens. The house is actually got you. The house is actually filled with helium, and it's going to float to the sky. and off we go to all-time highs. Red candles coming on down 453.30. And down we go even more. I'm out of my position. I'm no longer holding that put. We are holding this downside pretty aggressively, though. I like it. I like it. I guess we'll put the house to rest. I like it. I like it. Out 25%, did it by yourself. Nice, JB10. This is how I know you're a true field grade. Field grade officers have the best analogies. That's what they teach us at officer school, like half officer schools. Dad jokes and analogies. I like it. No, not the swing put. Still holding the swing put. I got out of my scout put right there. And I'm going to post it here. It was fluctuating too much for me to go over, like switch over and type it out, but I called it here. And I'll update the room. That's right, CE. 21%. Nice, Mario. 28% gainer on a scout put. Nicely done. Awesome stuff. Got my OCO set for my put. Nice. John, that's a fantastic play. That's a fantastic play. Got my first double-digit percentage win. Nice, Odyssey. I'd love to see it. Nicely done. 30% on puts. Man, y'all are killing it today. I joined at 9:30. Do you go live at that time? Yes, I usually go live about 9:25, and I usually stream till about 11 o'clock Eastern, depending on volatility. If we have a crazy volatile day, I'll stay on all day. But if it's just kind of like it fizzled out normally, I usually sign off here about 11 o'clock. I had confidence grabbing that put at R1 because of the rising volume. The volume tells a story. Man, bugs, bugs, bugs. I love it. I love it. How you can so get consistent on getting fills? Great question. So that I entered that put. I put in a 620 fill. It was at $6. So that's what I'm saying. You cannot be greedy. Like if you're trying to snipe the bid, you're consistently going to miss the entries. Which it happened to me a few days ago. Twice I missed an entry on big plays, but that time the bid was at $6. I put in a 620 fill, and I got it. Obviously, it's 20 cents above the bid because I knew that I was willing to take that risk of it coming on down. So that's why if you really want to get into a position, if you have a high conviction about a move, go 1 to 2 points above the entry, and you'll get in every time. And that's just part of that's why I say it over and over again. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. No, I'm doing 1025s. I can buy an option in normal E-Trade, but not in Power E-Trade, says Eric Hurd. Mine's fine. I'm not having an issue with it. Yeah, you're welcome, Billy. Tesla broke 900. Yep. All right, let me post to your. That's right. That's right, Tango. Yep, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. The PVI, we're right at PVI. So that's why I don't anticipate too much more upside for SPY today. In fact, I'm going to be taking another call here about R1. What is this PVI? PVI is a proprietary data that's spit out by a veteran. He did that, and they work awesome. And they're high lows. There are high low ranges uh, for a week. He puts them out every week, so they're usually pretty concrete. Now puts at R1. Puts at R1, not calls. Kwan asks, how do I form my support and resistance levels? I got a great video on how to form dynamite levels. It's in my educational series in YouTube. But basically, I form it off of level 2 data, a volume at price, and then price action pivots. So as long as those things coincide, that's how I form. All right, so if I have all three of those things that tell me at 454 there's going to be a strong level, bam, I'll do that. Did you say you think there's something keeping SPY from going up or down? Yeah, I don't think we're going very much higher than pre-market highs today. And that's where he posted there. Big green on the bonds here. XLF is climbing up hard as well. XLK is up and down here. XLV is neutral. But there's a lot of bullish sentiment in none of the X's. Red candle on XLU and real estate. OM is making me money with the SNRs. That's right, Denise. That's right. So whenever I see the bonds and financial sector moving cohesively like that, that just tells me that the risk has been hedged. There's not really much more rotation there, so everything's working together, and it's climbing here. Now we have these top wicks at R1. We do have we've already popped all-time highs in pre-market, so we've got that on the books. We've got some top wicks here. The volume is non-existent the past 3 days. It's actually diminishing. If we look at the 1-year chart, look at this volume. Look at this volume on the 1-year chart. Here we go. Downward action here on the 1-year chart with this volume. Yesterday was the lowest volume we've had since December of 2020. Can you imagine that? We've had in June had some pretty dang low volume, but yesterday finished with the lowest volume since December 2020. So the buyers didn't really step in to really rage this thing. This was just this kind of like traditional what SPY does, low volume grind. Usually on low volume days with that's what SPY does, is it grinds to new highs. And that's exactly what we had yesterday. So look at these top wicks. I do think it's going to come on back down, but we'll see. XLF is grinding new highs here with top wicks, but there's top wicks everywhere. Everywhere there's top wicks, which pretty much what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a lot of wicks. Utilities and real estate flushing back down here. Let's see, Tesla's high. I don't really see much else here. Apple's coming on back down. Another top wick on SPY right at R1. Here's a wick, everywhere a wick. That's right. That's right. So yeah, now that we've got before we got a break in the action here, a little bit of announcement here. I did say that November 1st was going to be the cutoff for tier threes. However, I'm gonna have to cut that off a little early. We've had a massive influx of tier threes this week, and it's just getting to the point where I just can no longer squeeze in any more appointments. So I'm going to close that at the end of the day. I'm going to close that down to tier 3, and then as people flow out of that back into the other tiers, I'll open it back up in November. But for now, I'm going to close it down. So and I'll let everybody know when we open it back up. But at the end of the day, I'm going to close it back down. I do appreciate the support, though. It's awesome having so many tier 3s, but I want to make sure that I can commit and fulfill my obligations to them. All right, another great rejection of R1. Awesome, awesome stuff. As there are 454.05 blasting on down. QQQ is still right here with a little bit of green candle. XLF is churning new highs, just up and up and up and up. Thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. I'm very grateful to join the community, so thank you. Appreciate that, Rats. A little bit of consolidation around here. VIX right now is 1507 after coming down, bouncing off 1487. That's pretty dang low for VIX. I want to look at what's the IV doing now that we've kind of got some fluctuating. Implied volatility is 14.3 on, I don't want those, 7% on the October 25th, extremely low. So now we're getting to the levels of very low implied volatilities. Not all that great if you're a theta player, but right here, it's usually about when we start seeing some downside. We usually see some oscillations from the downside here. It's getting pretty ridiculous. We're at this range, which, all right, right about now. The only time we went longer than this was March. We went actually on a 1-month beast mode rage fest in March. But other than that, usually it's about right here where we kind of start, all right, well, come on down a little bit. So we'll see. 50 MA, let's take a look at that one, is right there. Currently sitting at 443.50, which is about $10 above. $10 above. So as we've consolidated here, we were pretty extended above the 50 a lot more, but now that we've consolidated here for a little bit, that 50's kind of caught up. It's kind of leveled out a little bit. I'll be curious to see how we start to manage that as we go forth. Nice little reds right off R1, baby. Yeah. And, also from an analytical standpoint, I don't want to go any higher because the higher you go into uncharted territory, the harder it is to predict a resistance rejection because there's no unknown data out there. So you have to go by strictly level 2 data. That's the only way to start forming resistance levels out once you get up to that level. Welcome to the 370 people watching. If you are new to the community, come over and join us. I got all the links in the description, both for the Discord and the Patreon if you want to join up on that. Hit a like button for me. Helps us grow. Helps us grow. I don't know, something about the algos, something like that. I'm really not really a tech savvy, but all right. So we've got 454.05. We're currently looking at R1. For those new, these green and red levels are my proprietary levels that I form, and I post those every morning to the Patreoners, and they get that access I usually try to post it before 9 o'clock Eastern time, so they have about 30 minutes to read it, analyze it, set it up on their charts, and go from there. And we play off those. So if you are a first timer here, check it out. Let me know what you think. Do I use level 2 much normally, or usually only? No, I still use it because it's still very important to have situational awareness on that data. But you have to rely on it pretty much 100% when you're forming resistances in uncharted territory. Whereas right now it's a big piece of the puzzle, but once you get up there, that's basically all you have. Otherwise, you're just guessing. Nice, Lucas. I love to see it. Yes, I am. SPY volume. That's right. All right, XLE, big red candles. XLK, fizzling out just a touch. XLV's got a red. XLF wants to come on down. And here we go. Big reds on XLE. B is trying to do that. A little bit of red on real estate and utilities, but it's kind of just hanging out, not too much. Here, let me know if that's better. I can't really adjust the settings while I'm streaming, and I don't want to shut the stream off. So, but I'll zoom in a little bit there. There you go. Alrighty. All right, so not too much movement so far. We're hanging out here, but they're up at the 453, lower 444, 54s. Nice red on Qs. I like it. Cool, Dab. Can you quickly talk about your basis for taking puts? Well, R1 is going to be a very strong resistance. We already hit all-time highs in pre-market. We're at veterans PVI upper range on the futures, and if you look at the futures right here, this is the futures. We're at this red line is the weekly PVI. We've already tapped it. I don't see us going too much further above this. Like I said, I would say we've already seen the highs in pre-market, give or take 30 cents. That would be my guess for the day. 453.78, and yeah, so I think the way the market has been euphorically bullish with all these earnings, it's kind of done its thing. I think we might have a little downside. We'll see. XLF, a little bit of green and red there. De nada. You are the only one who's talking about DWAC. You mean the only one who's not talking about DWAC? No, I'm not talking about DWAC. I don't care. I could care less about DWAC. Yeah, that's a good point. It's silence before the storm, for sure. Jeffrey with a 36% call, 16% call, 10% put. Yeah, I could care less about DWAC. It makes no matter to me. I'm here to talk. I'm here to trade SPY. Obviously, yeah, you can do that whole thing where you daydream and wish you would have took calls right before it went, right at $10 and see it right now at 110. Cool, but you know what? That's not realistic. Nobody on the mother saw that coming. So I'll focus on the realistic stuff. I'll continue my win streak and I'll continue to make my money. And I need 3 more good trades to pop my all-time profitable week. Only Pelosi saw it coming. 4 for 4 today. Nice. Hold my beer. Already made your total profit. I love to see it. Love to see it. You know what? Here, I want to look at something here. I'm going to bring up the options chain on. Oh, okay. Yeah. 144, by the way. Holy crap. I don't know if they had options posted for that yet. I was going to look at the applied volatility. All right, so I am not going to play unless we see a break from R1. If we break up, I'll play calls. If we break down, I'll play puts. But I want to play the break from R1. I'm not saying what I'm not saying. Don't hear what I'm not saying. What I don't want to do is buy it as it's consolidating right here. I don't want to sit here and take a position thinking it's going to go one way or the other. What I want to do is, so if we get this kind of candle right here, I would want to buy the break. And then I want to look for a continuation candle, which looks like this, something like that. So what I don't want to do is buy here, let it come down a little bit, and then you get this number right here. I don't want to see that because then your puts will get smoked. I want to buy the break, which is down here, except red candle. That's what I want to buy, right about here. And that's the safe play. Yes, and I actually had a conversation about this yesterday, one of my tier threes. Does that give back? That's a little safer play. Does it, it doesn't keep you from timing the top perfectly. But I think Warren Buffett said this. Show me a person that buys puts at the very top, and I'll show you a liar because it's full of crap. Or the other way around, buy calls at the very bottom consistently. He's a liar. So the whole point of the name of the game, the whole name of the game here is being safe and consistent. And yes, what I just showed you will give back some profits, but it's consistent. It'll make you money. Can you turn up your volume a little bit? Is it low volume all around or just her? I can turn up a little bit. I've got it up pretty much as high as it can go. But yeah, it's loud on Discord. Where's the rectangle tool in TV? If you go up to the 1, 2, 3, 4 box down, and you can do all these different things right here. Brush, highlighter, rectangle, eclipse, and I select rectangle. Alrighty then. Alrighty. 412 people watching there on the YouTube. Thank you all for joining. Hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be releasing another educational video this weekend, and you'll get the notification for all my educational content as well as my Monday, Wednesday, Friday live streams. Today we're trading SPY, SPX, and then the pre-market. If you are part of the Patreon and the pre-market, I do some futures trades every now and then. We get together early hours, like 6 o'clock in the morning, and we do some futures trades. Usually they work out pretty dang good. The volume analysis works great on futures, works amazingly well on futures, And then, of course, it does on SPY, and that's what we're doing here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're currently waiting for a break off R1. I've got my R1 level, which is right here. I'm waiting for a break off of that, either up or down. I'll take calls to the break up. I'll take puts to the breakdown. While I'm waiting, I'm monitoring all market conditions. I don't like to stay on SPY for too long. I'll switch to the Qs. I'll see some red. XLF right now, I'm waiting for a downturn on that. XLV, XLK, nice healthy red candles right there. The bonds are starting to slip a little bit. The rates are down to 1.6 after topping out to 1.7, which is pretty high. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. TNX. You watch rates through TNX. Yep, we do have Powell here in about 45 minutes, so be advised, and don't FOMO. I'm personally not going to play if I do happen to enter a position before Powell, I will close that baby out before he starts yapping his glabber, because I do not want to risk being smoked out by whatever he does have to say. I'm very curious to what he's going to say, because what is November? November is taper month. Taper month. So I'm very curious to see what he's going to have to say. If he increases, the thing is, if he increases, as long as he meets status quo, the status quo, there won't be all that much. What I usually predict is about 10 minutes prior to him talking, you'll have some crazy volatile candles up and down, just people coming in and out of the market to take on or take off risk. Now, if everything he says is status quo, then it'll be business as usual. Nothing sandwich, which usually that's what it is. Now, if he says something out of the ordinary, or if he says, hey, we're going to have to taper a little bit more, then y'all know what can happen. We'll have some pretty consider red candles. Now, we haven't had too many crazy newsworthy candles in a while. Y'all remember the riot on the Capitol? That was crazy. When Biden came out and said that he was going to adjust the corporate tax policy, that was crazy. The first hint of tapering, that was crazy, but we haven't had one in a while. I'm talking about where we have huge, like 3 and 4 in a row, big red candles, or green candles for that matter. So it'll be interesting to see when we get the next event like that. I'm new to using the X sectors, but I've gotten the impression that XLE and F are keeping this up. All the X's, you have to look at that as big cohesive unit. And the way I've got my X sectors up here is that the greatest lead, there's 11 sectors in SPY. The top one is XLK. The bottom one is utilities. It's about 2.5% of SPY. I like to monitor all of them because I want to know exactly what the underbelly of SPY is doing at all times. And usually it gives me a good head up when SPY is going to tank. So XLF now is kind of holding up here, and all the X's are pretty bullish. They're all doing this kind of action right here. XLK, V, there's F, there's Y, there's I, there's C. C is down, of course, but that's halfway through the thing. So everything is pretty bullish, with the exception of a few. And that's what's really holding this thing up here. We're just chugging along right up here. QQQ is kind of doing its thing, but we're just fizzling out right up here at extended levels, 454.05. We're currently green 0.05%. It's 0.21, 21 cents, not much. But yeah, 2 for 2 on playing puts off the R1 rejections. Nice, King. Like to see it. Big Mo asked, do I ever hedge with VIX? I don't. I've done it before. I don't usually mess with VIX too much. Some event is coming soon. I completely agree for that. Yep, agree with that. 3 for 3 on R1 puts. Nice, Spud. Y'all, you're baking that potato for sure. I use Titan Flow for my options flow data as well. I take a look at Spot Gamma as well. But fantastic product, Titan Flow. Highly recommend it. And a lot of good stuff coming their way. A lot of good stuff. SPY is coming up to test R1 again. We've already rejected it like 15 times. I don't even know how many now. And I'll be looking to play the break. I'm not interested in playing this stuff right here. I want to play the break. Yes, I am. I am still in yesterday's swing play. Currently down 15% on it. but that's okay. Small position. Somebody says I'm a little too biased towards the downside. I should be more liking the upside, which I have been. I've played calls all the way up to this level, but now we are extended level, so the natural progression is to start focusing more on the downside. So it comes and goes. When we were down at the bottom, I played calls all the way up, and now I'm looking to play some puts on the way down. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I see what you mean. I'm definitely always striving to be market neutral for sure. And if this does blast up past this, I'll play calls. But right now, I just don't see it from a data point of view. From what I'm looking at, I don't see it popping very much higher than pre-market highs, give or take 20 to 30 cents. Do you scale up or down, or just all in one? I enter the position in one trade, and I scale out of that position multiple trades when I exit. What's a swing play? It's where you take a position, you hold it overnight. The only bias we have in this room is shaking and bacon. Love to see it. Love to see it. VIX is down at 15. The bottom line VIX is 14.12. Prior to Corona, normal VIX level is 10 and 11. 9 to 11 is usually the normal VIX level prior to Corona. Right now, a very low VIX in this market is about 14. That would be the bottom line VIX. So we'll see how we go from there. SPY right now is very much we're currently hovering at 454.07 right at R1. Having trouble popping it. If it does continue to reject, I can expect this thing to come back down, at least test S1, unless the buyers step in here and pop this thing back up to R2. But that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not going to play one way or the other until I see a break in the action. I want to play the break. That's the high probability play, is playing the break. Monitoring the market conditions to see where we're going. Qs have been on the bounce ever since 9:51 Eastern, about 30 minutes. XLI is climbing up very aggressively, has been for a while now. Just riding the earnings. XLV is popping up. Healthcare. XLV or XLF is just doing this little consolidation. What is play the break? So I don't want to play. Basically, look at this orange. Dang it, purple candle. Purple. Holy crap! I need to go back to kindergarten. Uh, this purple rectangle right here. I almost said triangle. Holy crap! This purple rectangle. I do not want to play calls or play calls or puts inside that rectangle. I want to see the break. I want to see this thing break out. I would rather buy the call on the breakout. I'd rather buy the put on the breakdown. Play in the break. Let it show you which direction it's going to go. Then you get in a position. That's a higher probability play than buying at the consolidation. You don't want to buy a put here expecting it to come down, or buy a call expecting it to pop up. Play the break. I'm too much. I am too much. Yeah. Loaded question. How am I setting the R1, R2, R3 levels? So the R1 and R2 the R1 is based on previous data. The R2 is loosely based on previous data because there's not much up there. There's nothing up there for that example. R3 and above, R2 and R3 is all, it brings in level 2 data. Anything above historical data, what we have, is primarily based on level 2 data. Block orders, open interest, stuff like that. So, Robin, it wasn't a set amount. I just threw it up there just as a visual aid, really. But there's not. I would probably say within 10 cents. XLF finally starting to come back down right there. XLK there. Qs right now is still hovering around their POC. I've got my calls and puts ready to go if we break upwards or if we break downwards. Yeah, it does. It helps with fake outs for sure. How do you pin the SR levels on the right in TVs? You use your horizontal lines in the drawer. So you come over here, hit the horizontal line, draw it, and then you can come over here to the cog and you type in whatever amount you want. You can type in whatever right there, limit label you want. I think you could also hit Control T or something like that, or Control H, something like that. One of those control buttons. Alt H. There you go. I was Samsonite. I was way off. Powell speaks in 38 minutes. 38 minutes. All right, some more Topwicks right at R1. This is Topwick City. Topwick City. Dumb and Dumber references are always appreciated. And I'm just waiting with anticipation what's going to happen. What's the difference between those Topwicks to earlier this week when you got that 50% win, 49% win? Nothing. This is pretty much the exact setup as that 49% put. However, what I was looking for on that win was the market. I was watching this data, which is a lot of Topwicks. I saw the break. Q's broke down. So if this was that win, you saw a big red candle on Q's, which hadn't manifested yet in SPY. XLF started around over, and then the VIX bounced. There was a big green candle on the VIX, so I entered a put like 10 minutes prior, and the thing flushed down to the floor, and we made 49%. So that was great. And I'm looking for the same exact thing. Right now, we've got beautiful top wicks, which I'd like to see. Now I want to see the market roll over. We're just not getting that yet. The market is maintaining this neutral / bullish mentality, which is fine. We're just waiting for it to make a move one over the other. All right, so there's a breakup for Qs. Let's see if that brings some action here on SPY. The bonds are now hovering at highs, not really giving much back. XLF still doing its thing. And there's the NASDAQ spiking. And the futures are separating from PVI. And there's that break. Double candle right off on R1. Thanks, Lucas. Spot on resistance at 454.05. That's right. All about doing that data analysis, baby. That's right. Went to Staples yesterday, bought the best pencil I've ever used. Very happy with it. Awesome, awesome pencil. Mechanical pencil, very heavy. I like it. Very comfortable. Just a random thought. All right, double green here. And looks like we're popping up here just below pre-market highs is 450. What do we top out at? 454.30? Yeah, so 454.30. Volume now is way low. I wish it did, Robin. Wish it did. I'd love an OM pencil. That's a good idea. In fact, I would go to the manufacturer of this pencil and I would use this for that. Amazing pencil. All right, so volume is very, very low. We've got this top wick here, more top wicks everywhere. Uh, what would really shut my brain off to puts is if I saw a lot of full-bodied candles to the top side and climbing up here. If I keep seeing these top wicks here, it kind of brings in a little ambiguity when it comes to puts. But here we go. Let's see if we can approach pre-market highs and go from there. Tesla's still at 909, still climbing. Nvidia is climbing up here. Google's trying to pop up just a touch. Here we go. Y'all are crazy. All right, there's that follow-on green here coming up to R2. Still kind of doing this top wick climb. Q's kind of had this top wick there. The bonds are still climbing. The bonds and the XLF still going in tandem. I can't. I get panicky when I can't get out of a position. Do you? Uh, I don't know. Panicky? I don't know if I would use that word. But if I can't get out of a position, it depends on the circumstance. There's not. I mean, usually I don't know what you mean by can't get out of a position. That's the thing. So. All right, big green coming off of R2. Let's see how it reacts to R2. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. XLF, XLY is climbing up here. XLV is still up. XLF is turning up here. Biggest candle now is on Y and I, which are consumer discretionary and industrial, and beast mode and up. So the market this week has absolutely loved corporate earnings. They've loved it, and it's manifesting itself with a lot of euphoric buying on very, very low volume. Yes, I'm still holding my swing put. I'm still holding. It's only down like 20% right now. If it gets anything beyond this, I'll probably go ahead and close it. But yeah. 454.57. Nice big green candle, still on very low volume. The Qs are coming up to the top of their range. The VIX now is plummeting, 1486. Watch the 1412 level on SPY, but big, big green candle. And going up. Yeah, 26% loss right now, not 20%. I'm looking, I went back and re-updated it. So, and R2 is coming up right on R2 right now. I thought, is it all 8 days? I thought it was more than 8 days in a row right now, but it could be. Let's see how this green candle holds. We're probably going to have a little buying and crazy volatility going into the last 30 minutes. We have Jay Powell speaking here in a few minutes. So people are going to be placing their bets, so to speak. And yeah. And for those wondering, that is the pencil right there. Best pencil ever used. I'll post it to YouTube too. No affiliation. I can't do it actually. Dang it. Well, let me post. The link's too long in the YouTube. All right. So red candle right at R2. Not interested in playing this just yet. I've already got my one little win today. I'm happy with it. Good stuff. It's about to be out of stock soon. It probably is. Yeah. It's a Staples. If you have a Staples near your town, like it. I like it. Nice big red candle. Look at that. Look at that. 4 for 4. Nice, Keith. Well done. Anna Coling and now this pencil company needs to give you kickbacks. It's funny. Trust me, being in the aviation community, I'm big on pens and pencils because you have to use, I have to use. I need a good pencil or a good pen when I'm drawing on my leg board. I need to write down data very quick. When I'm reading the METAR, I need to write that stuff very down quick. So yeah, and that pencil is a really good pencil. Look at this red candle. This is what I'm talking about. This is called volatility. Oh, thanks, Tommy. Yeah, I'm a boomer, so you write those METARs. Nice. Yeah, I'm a pilot, Twisted Mountain. I'm a pilot. I'm a pilot. I can fly. In the movie. How did you draw those lines asking for a noob? I use data points. I use um, supply. I use personally the volume. Sorry, I'm reading something. I got my thoughts going. I use the volume of price. The volume of price volume nodes here at the side. You see these nice little gray nodes, the gray histogram. I use those to provide any historical data to provide a distribution of volume on which I can make a determination that there's going to be a manipulation of price. I also bring in. I go through this spiel like 5 times a day. I also look at the price pivots around those nodes to kind of give me a high confidence play. I have a video on it too. How to form dynamite levels. If you go into my educational playlist, you'll see how to form dynamite levels. Twist About says I'm a career helicopter construction pilot. That's interesting. I build power lines. That's awesome. Very cool. What a cool career. Independence Day. There you go. Nice. Yeah, as I told you, my wife is a ER director here in town for a couple of different ERs, and she works closely with FEMA. Of course, and then like the helicopter pilots that do the life flights, they land at her hospital. So I was talking to them one day, and they're all prior Army dudes from the Army National Guard in town, and they just filter all their pilots from the Army Guard to fly their helicopters. It's like awesome, man. They just fly around the state, they do their thing. That'd be awesome. I'm not a helicopter pilot, I'm a fixed wing, but either way. Spud says 4 for 4 on these puts. These levels are killer. That's right, Spud. That is right. Trav, I will absolutely do that. What happened, Dirty Dusty? Does Titanfall have only an app, no website? Yes, they only have an app right now. But I can't really say anything. But they're going to be releasing some good stuff. So yes, I have Nedlin. I'm a flight medic, and almost every pilot is post-military. Yep. You can't beat the emergency training of military aviation. Military aviation prepares you so well for being a pilot. You just can't beat it. Even doing like I've done flying in the civilian world and in the military, and it's hard to believe there aren't more crashes in the civilian industry because the civilian industry does not harp on emergency training like the military does. It's crazy. Anyway, I won't get too far off on a tangent. Y'all know I could talk about aviation all day long. But so we bounced off R1 after rejecting R2, and we are smack dab on R1 again. It just loves that R1 level. The Qs right now are doing this pretty much the same thing in terms of price action, but I want to see where this thing is going. Watching this thing break off R1. Now, I'm not talking about commercial, like I'm not talking about jet airliners when I make that comment. I'm talking about like the little mom and pop planes you see flying around, the Cessnas, the Pipers, all that kind of stuff. What time does Powell speak? 25 minutes. He's speaking 25 minutes. Are you in a position right now? The only position I'm holding is the swing put I took yesterday. I'm down 21% on those. It's a very small position though. It was my version of a YOLO. Smart play though. It's just small. Doesn't affect me. Yeah, I do need up my watch list. Thank you. I need update my watch list. So looking at the SPY here, I'm looking at the 1025 contracts. The deltas are skewed on these things. Okay. Okay. All right, SPY watch list is updated. Red candles, watching the red candles. All right, SPX is updated now. Man, look at this. I like it. Big rejection of that R2 level. Am I using the sale as an opportunity to average down on the swing put? I would guess you mean, since the long-term thesis hasn't changed. For a swing position, I'd be more apt to average down, but I just didn't do it. It's not something I normally do. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, especially on a swing play. I wouldn't hold anything against you if you did that. Why a put swing? Great question. So we are on the upper bounds of this range. We've gone on with this 2 week crazy streak of bullish action, which is not indicative of puts by all means, because we all know that puts can, like a SPY, can do this as long as it wants to. Not a good reason to take puts. However, the volume is non existent, and I see that big drop off in volume, and the VIX is at a key level of pivot. Usually it bounces right about this level. When I see volatility this low, when I see the bonds climbing this much, plus the rates are 1.7, plus the volume at SPY is non-existent at all, this lines up for a put play. Now, when you're taking a put play, there is some risk involved, because when is it time? Like you're not going to be able to time it exactly. Uh, I'm not too far off. Like I was green on my puts there for a little bit. I'm obviously down about 15-20% on them now. But yeah, I just had indication, especially with the bad earnings reports on a few big tech players yesterday, that we're going to have a little bit of downside today. I do expect those puts to be in the green the next few days. I don't expect this thing to keep on shining. It just there's no way this is going to keep on climbing up. But yeah, I went 1 week out. 1 week out. Nice, Richard. It's a way to go. If y'all are new and want to come over and join the community, there is a link to the community there. Head over there, sign up for whichever one you want. The tier one gets you access to everything. It gets you access to podcast, gets you access to the room. I do have a Making Millionaires podcast I post weekly, by the way. So take a look at that. Gets you access to the room where I post all my commentary. It gets you access to the pre-market analysis where I post these R and S levels every single morning before the market opens. And you get access to my play calling. So yeah, come over and sign up. Let me know what you want to do. I think I just found a new YouTuber to watch. Love it. I love it. I love you being here. I love you being here. So we finally have this breakdown of R1. QQQ now is starting to roll over as well. What did I say? Pre-market highs plus or minus 30. I missed it by 5 cents. 454.30, 454.66. Do you have a limit set on your swing put? I feel like every time before Powell speaks, this candle is huge. I think I probably will put a limit on there, a stop on there, uh, in the event that he comes out and says, "Psych, we're not going to taper until 2027," and this thing goes to 480. I'll probably put in a stop, but just to avoid myself from a blowout. I mean, it is a small position, but I still want to be responsible, you know. I'm gonna buy a coffee maker, but that Philips you got is a little too spendy for me. Yeah, I know. I did break the bank a little bit on that coffee maker, but the wife is an absolute coffee fiend, and she's in nursing, so she's in medical. Anybody in the medical field, they are pretty much addicted to coffee. So I had to get her a good coffee maker. Can you imagine the inflation from the Fed until 2027? Yeah. Or tea. You know, fun went crazy today. I love some pho. I'm not gonna lie, I love pho. Vietnamese food, Thai food, favorite. One of my favorite things. I do love some pho. Little noodles, broth. I like it. I like it. There's a place that where I live that's a like a hardcore like OG Vietnamese place. I mean, it's got like old school pho. It's got like fish eyes in it. Man, it's good. But pho is crazy for sure. Pad Thai is amazing. Yeah. Oh man, some homemade. I've never had homemade pho. I'd love to have it. One of my favorite foods is Thai. I love Thai cuisine, dude. Love it. Love it. All right, red candles coming on down. Now, S1 will be very unique. What? Hold on, I forgot to name that one. Yeah, S1. Hold on a second. Looking a little wonky. Oh yeah, this is okay. That's out. Yeah, so S1 will be interesting if we retrace all the way back down. I was wondering what that red line was. Yeah, S1 will be quite interesting to see if we come down here. So I would have completely freaked out at that big green candle if I had puts. How do you determine if there's enough volume for any giant move? Well, if that was a scalp put, I would have exited easily. That's just way too much bullish action for a scalp. But with this swing play, the downside's manageable. Plus, I do expect a move in the future, not necessarily right now. So yeah, if this is a scalp, I would have been out completely. But I accounted for risk when I took my swing play, and yeah. Here's the thing: will SPY go higher now? It could. It could. Sometimes you have to set yourself up for a high probability play. We are at very high levels on very, very low volume. There's a pretty decent chance that we could have opened red today. So I have no problem taking that put swing, even if it is red, because it was a calculated higher probability play. And I counted for risk. As long as you take the highest probability play, as long as you account for risk and use appropriate position sizes, there's nothing wrong with taking a loss, as long as you do everything right and responsibly. And that's part of the game. Sometimes you take a loss. There was a good probability that thing could have opened up 150%. Do earnings skew up price action? Yes. We are in earnings season. There's a lot of earnings coming out. It does skew price action. I took the 1029 450 puts yesterday, right at close, right before close. Finally got a solid 10% win. Nice thick mass. Well done. I've never tried making pho personally. I am a pretty dang good cook if I might say so myself. Am I right, wife? She's not in here. She's got to work. But yeah, I've never tried making pho. Only because we do not have a decent Asian market around where I live, and I don't want to use like you know Walmart recipes to make a good food. What's your opinion on tech being split right now? I think once once this kind of rolls, I think once the season kind of flows by, we're gonna see that sell off here because there's not there is some kind of dichotomy here with all the reportings. It's not all crazy bullish. 12.5% on some puts. Nice. We are currently turning and burning in this range, right below R1. It's kind of oscillating around R1. It popped up to R2, holding R1 beautifully. And I already have one win in the bank. I'm going to be safe here and make sure I got a good play coming out. JPow's about to come out, so we'll see. Immune to what, James? Oh, here we go. No, no, they're not immune to it. Absolutely not. I mean, Google had a big old downside. Look at that. There's Google. And that's the class alphas. Class Charlies right here. Same thing. So they're not immune to it. Facebook coming down. Although I'm a deep South Southern boy, I'm Italian at heart. Well, my family's from Italy. My dad's side of my family's from Italy, so I make a mean sauce over here. You know what I'm talking about? How you doing? So I make a mean sauce, and I was using my home yeah, gravy. It's only gravy you put if you put a little meat in there. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, how you doing? Forget about it. I do just a touch of sugar, just a touch. Not like that, not southern sugar, just a touch. Take out the acidity. How long have you been trading? 10 years. I'm going into my 10th year, or my to 11th year, so. JPOW talks in 13 minutes. Hey, I'm trading here. Oh, hey, Jesse, shirt idea. Shirt idea of the century. I'm writing it down. I've got my handy dandy notebook where I write down shirt ideas. Holy crap. Love it. Sicily. Nice. Nice, Vinny. I like it. All right, so we're still hovering around R1. I don't want to get too far off on a tangent here, but there's not too much going on. I'm waiting for the break. We're going to see probably a little volatility right before the minutes up to it, but we're all waiting for J Powell to talk, and once he does, we'll kind of get a break one way or the other. What this going to do? How many shirt ideas do I have now? I've written down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ideas. Seven ideas. Do you guys ever have trouble closing a trade? Describe the situation. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, I've got Shopify, not Etsy, but I may expand to Etsy. We'll see. That slowly hit me harder. Hey, I'm trading here. I'd wear that shirt. I love it. The bonds, yeah. So you see bonds spiking right before JPOW. Y'all know what that means. It's $2. No, that means YouTube video. That means risk is coming off the table. When you see all this nice bonds being coming up here, the bonds are coming off the table. Oh, it's risk. I'm sorry, risk is coming off the table. So right below R1 here. No, I'm not making side hustle videos like that. No, my wife may. My wife may, but not me. 429 people now watching the stream. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Hope y'all enjoying the content. Let me know if you got any ideas down in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions as long as it's constructive. If you come out and say, hey, you're a dumb butt, then I'll probably just hide you. So if you got some construction Skinnerson, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm up for it. If you got anything good to say, let me know as well. I love to love. Helps me grow as a community. Helps me start to change people's perspective on how to make money profitably in the long run without being all one of these dudes that yells at you and tries to makes you promises of 10,000% and all that crap. So I've done this a long time. I've made money the smart way, the slow way, and the consistent way, and I'll do my best to make sure you do the same. OM, you're a meanie. Yep. All right, red candles. After this little top wick right around one, I love the top wicks. I love the top wicks. Inflation numbers for many months are higher and have lasted longer than expected. So the implied inflation rates, the implied inflation is at multi-year highs. Implied inflation is his outlook on what's going to be here, and it's at a multi-year highs. So I mean, you can only avoid, and there's a whole discussion here behind a downside in the market and monetary policy turning this thing higher. And we've had monetary policy turn for 18, 20 months now. So that's why I posted that podcast last week, what to expect when you're expecting, quotations, a recession. It's because monetary policy is finally shifting. Inflation is start to skyrocket. And I don't even think inflation is the real problem. I think it's devaluation is the real problem here. Devaluation. And it's not something that a lot of people talk about. They talk about inflation all day long. I think it's because it's easy. Everyone, even like the new people, amateurs, understand the concept of inflation. So I do think that's why inflation is talked about so much. But one thing people don't really talk about is the devaluation. Right now, the market is so incredibly overvalued. The housing market is over 50% overvalued. The stock market is obviously, I mean, crap, we're 100% over last year's lows. I mean, 100% over last year's lows. It's act like you think you're talking about GameStop, not SPY. So it's just something to think about. And I don't mean to talk about this to get you to say, all right, we're taking puts. I mean, I just want you to make sure you're thinking about both sides of the coin here. Don't be one of those people who just buys calls, sits back and collects because there's no rhyme or reason other than the SPY goes up. Michael Burry identified that big put for a reason. It's because he did his market research and he found the holes. And that's what I want us to do. Is I want us to find the holes. So just be smart about it. That's all. 453.57 right here just below this red candle. And I want this thing to break off R1 and come on down to S1. Nate says, your channel's awesome. It's helping me come up with a system to follow. Trading has made me time to make some music. Always looking for Reserve Brothers. Nice, Wade. Nice, Nate. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you taking the time to hang out here. Michael Burry did have the put of the century. But why did he have? That's the more important. Why did he get that put? Because he put in the time. He literally downloaded the files of each individual bond, and he line on by line on. He went through every mortgage in the bonds, and he analyzed it. And that's why, I mean, he went through that level of detail to nail that put. And it's not as simple as we're high, we're buying a put, whatever. All right, a little bit of red action here. Q's coming on down. I'd love to see it. XLF is falling as well. Might be time to snipe maybe a put here. And let's come down and touch S1. Yep, he did. Credit revolve drop. My whole thing, every time I get on a tangent, every time I get on a soapbox here, my whole reason is to get you all thinking. Get you thinking about the big overarching picture here, to get into the market. Read Bloomberg News. Spend an hour on Sunday morning. Get your coffee, sit down on Saturday morning, and just go through Bloomberg News and read all the data and read all the articles and do some research about what's going on in the market. That's what I want you to get you to do. Nice, Vinny, another 26%. I can't say the name Vinny without fighting a New York accent. Like my cousin Vinny, you know? Yo. You're crazy. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. All right, look at this red candle coming on down. Let's pop in the candle before it. The Qs are coming on down, and we have topped out at 454.66. Yeah, we're right before J-Powell. That's why I'm hesitating to enter a put here. And I know like right up before J-Powell, there's a lot of volatility, and like could be like one of those massive green candles. So that's kind of why I'm hesitating on jumping in a put here. I like it. This is great downside action here, but do you ever close half a position? Oh yeah, scaling out for sure. I did that the other day. Nice, Bugs is killing it. Nice, Justin. Looking for a Tesla put. Somebody stop me. Microsoft. No, was that Amazon with a big downside, popping new lows. Interesting action on Amazon. Like it. Do I do this for a living? Depends what you mean. I have multiple sources of income, so it all depends what you mean. That's the name of the game. Multiple sources of income. Almost made 2% on my portfolio. Nice. I love it, Flux. The flux capacitor. I love it. Alrighty. Nice big candle right there. Or the bottom wick candle. The Qs are starting there. Little VIX. The futures are hovering, oscillating right around this PVI. Crazy stuff. Nice, Justin. Well done. What do you think about a 450 put first week in November? I think that's not a bad idea. That's if we don't go below 450. If we are below 450 by that time, I would go outside the money. Me personally, I prefer outside the money plays, not in the money. But I think a November put is a fantastic idea. So if if my swing put doesn't go red or doesn't go in the green today, I'll close it out probably, and I'll reanalyze later on next week. But I think that'll be a good play. 4 minutes to Powell. One of my biggest single wins on SPY was in November when I took a November put, and it was beautiful, 200 and some percent. That's a great question, Brandon. That's a great question. A key sign of hyperinflation is the bonds are no longer considered valuable. And you don't see a big buy up in the bonds. You actually see the other way around. And now that we're actually seeing an increase in bond purchases going into a potentially inflationary period, or an expectedly inflationary period, you're seeing bonds still go up. So that's why I'm saying I don't think inflation is going to be the main problem here. So as long as the bonds continue to turn upwards, I don't really see that as an issue. That's why I think it's going to be more a devaluation issue. When half the country who have bought freaking houses in the past 18 months are immediately 30 to 40% underwater, I think there's going to be some issues. Not to mention you're going to have corporate layoffs and et cetera, et cetera. Not to mention there's going to be a lot of strikes and a lot of walkouts and uh, quitting over the whole mandate vaccines. Not to get political, but it's just going to be an issue that we're going to have to face. There's going to be some more issues here. So I think we have a lot of issues, foreclosures and whatnot with the housing market. And I think that the housing market is what is going to be the issue, what's going to bring us down. 1.65 on the rates. NASDAQ is right here. The bonds right now are 1.43. Let's look at the 3-month bonds here. So topped out at 1.52 back in September. This bullish run here brought the bonds down, and we're now at lows right here. Let's see if the bonds can recuperate and start climbing back up as we head on back down, and that's something we'll pay attention to. I've talked to clients with 18 missed payments and foreclosure still isn't a part of the conversation. Holy moly. It still let me work out an option. Wow. My biggest win was a 315% put I held overnight because I forgot because I forgot I had it. That's a heck of a mistake. Starter homes aren't a thing anymore. Yeah. Yes, we did, Rick. We hit all-time highs. Over 600 days to complete a foreclosure. Wow. Now here's the thing. I'll say all this because I like to bump my gums a lot and stand on my soapboxes. I could be completely wrong, and that's fine. I have no problem admitting everything all my analysis is completely wrong because I will play calls till 480. I have no problem with that. You take your ego out of it. I make my thesis and I formulate my strategy over that, but you have to be mature enough as a trader to admit you're wrong and quickly pivot. Because if I am wrong and we continue to climb to 500 through March, I'll take it all day long. Am I going to stream Pal? No. Good night, Vivek. Thanks for being here. Pivot. Keys are down at the bottom. Not much going on here. We're right in between R1 and S1. I'd love to see a flush just to bring this on down, but we'll see. I'll play calls up if it starts bouncing. I want to wait for Powell to talk, though. I'm not going to take a position until after he's done. If you are new here and watching me, you'll find out that I'm a very conservative player. I don't YOLO. I don't take a lot of risk unless it's calculated. Sometimes you have to take a calculated risk. You're never going to get a 200% win if you don't take some sort of risk. I play it safe. But I'm also consistent and I'm profitable. Yesterday ended a 20 trade win streak. 20 straight win streak. And even then, I've only had like 3 losses in the month. So it's been a fantastic, fantastic month. I need a good day today to beat my all-time week record. Do I have a video on how you're making a sports resistance? Yes, I do. If you go into my educational series and look at how to form dynamite levels, you'll see my resistance levels on how to form them. Not looking to stock buybacks and tax plan right now, okay? They are custom. They are custom. Could you make a video on position sizing? I could. Uh, it would, yeah, I could. I'm sure I've talked about it a lot, and I have in some videos. But a dedicated video position sizing, yeah, okay, I could make something out of that. All right, little top wick. Q's rolling over. The VIX is might want to pop up here. XLF green. I'm going to do a quick flip through the 11 here. Ooh, utilities and real estate coming on down. What else? Big green on energy. So a little bit of mixed bag here. Nothing that's really overly one way or the other. Yeah, OCOs for sure. My swing put is now down 10%, so I've mitigated some of that loss. Now 9%. Manageable, still very small position size, so that's fine. Thanks, Uncle Terry. Yeah, hit that like button for me. Appreciate that. Let me look around a little here. They call him J Powell on the stream. I like it. 2.77 trillion budget deficit for 21. Oh, that it? Is that it? I'm sorry. I can't have a shocked faced GIF in my room. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I cannot watch anybody's video who's got a shocked faced GIF or a thumbnail. Just can't do it, especially with those kind of eyebrows. Yeah, I'll get the link. Don't ever change. I won't. I won't. I'm down 15% on 450 puts, and I got in at $1.50. Let's see here. Now I'm down 14%. When I said that, I was down 9%. Now I'm down 14%. It's shaking and baking. Little green right up here, coming up R1. Let's see if we reject R1. Alrighty. Just looking around here. How much do you think calculated support resistance level matter in a market moving event like this? If there's a circuit break, like if he says something that's not of the status quo, supports and resistance won't matter at all. It'll blow through everything. So supports and resistance only hold up to normal price act to like just regular day price action. It doesn't hold up to news events. Nothing holds up to news events. And there's no way to plan news events. It just happens. So you have to play it after. All right, so let's listen in here. I'm going to be a little quiet here so we can listen in. Don't want to interrupt anybody. $27 trillion in debt and they can't afford a new microphone. Terrible. The only people in the chat of the YouTube room are degenerate Wall Street bit traders. There's no like legit financial people on this chat. They're all like calls to the moon, baby. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Not too much movement so far. Either people can't understand him or they don't like anything. There's nothing there to really listen to. So, on track to complete tapering by mid 2022. Remember when they were talking about they're not even going to start tapering until the end of 2022? God, what a bunch of nonsense. What a bunch of nonsense. The VIX is up there at 1510. The rate's down 1.65. And there's the NASDAQ. Where did my futures go? Did I accidentally delete my futures? And there is SPY, little red candle for up below R1. When is the first OM conference? I'll tell you what, I'll make y'all a deal. We hit 2,000 Patreons, I will schedule the first OM conference. How about that? I just want to make sure there's enough interest to make it fun, make a lot of people there. I don't want like 5 people to show up and, you know, the guy walks in, he's like, "Hey, you got everything you need? You got your audio, you got your food?" No, I'm good. I've got my 15 people. Now I want a packed house. I want a packed house. I don't know. I think I would hold a poll of where the most people could go. I want to make it as much. I want to make it as much. I want to make it as centrally located as I can, so the most people can meet up. Zoom conference. No, ain't gonna be no Zoom conference. I'll zoom in. I'll hold an online feature so everybody can link up. But thanks, Ezekiel. You should do it. You should. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, I will say, Patreon does not let me prorate membership. So if you do join, just be on the lookout for the November 1st charge because it doesn't let me do that. So one of the reasons why I'm trying to move to a website. Meet in OM's office. Couldn't get very many people in here. I love it, Lee Rat. Wouldn't it be funny if I picked a barn somewhere like deep South Alabama, like back in the backwoods? Like, hey, what's up, guys? There's no internet. We're gonna do everything on a whiteboard. I'm in the southeast, so we've got 453.70. Hey, I love Alabama. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. I just thought it'd be funny. No, no, come on. We're not doing that. I'm not making fun of them. I love Alabama. I'm in the South. I would absolutely do it in Alaska if I can get a lot of people to join. Absolutely. All right, so there's not much going on. It's a little bit of boring action right now. I understand. We got a little chop right here, right below R1. If y'all are new watching, please focus on these green and red lines. Those are my support and resistance levels. They are my custom indicators. They work like a charm. I think other people can attest to how accurate those things actually are. So if you want to learn about them, let me know. Come and join the Discord. I'll be happy to answer any questions I can. We're a good educational Discord. We're not a server that calls plays. I do call plays, but I want y'all to focus more on education and learning why I call the plays instead of just blindly following them. So awesome stuff. DK, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I stream every day for my Patreon subscribers. Hey, don't hate on Chuck E. Cheese. Don't hate on Chuck E. Cheese. All right, red candles 453. I have muted the Powell speech because I can no longer deal with that. Yeah. Veteran's coming out. He'll be a guest speaker for a session. That'd be awesome. We all get to meet the elusive veteran. I like it. Yeah, so if we hit 2,000 subscribers on Patreon, I will form the first OM conference and we'll go have some fun. I'll find the biggest conference room out of the nicest hotel I can find, and we will all go have some fun. We'll bring our laptops and we'll stream together. We'll make some money together. I'll promise I won't make it too Wolf of Wall Streety where I'm like on a stage. We are just under 1,400. OM hedge fund. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind doing that. I don't really want to go through the legalities of that and face all that liability. So it would be fun, but I don't know if I just don't want to deal with the liability of that hedge fund. You know, not to mention I don't think I'm honestly I don't think I'm good enough for a hedge fund. You have to be very versatile and very well rounded, and I'm not. All I do is trade SPY. So 453.47, red coming down to S1. We are on track to begin our taper. Hold on, I may enter some puts on that news. What can we do? Here it comes. I'm just getting my order forms ready here. Nice. Look at that red candle off S1. Love to see it. Man, look at that big candle. Hey, let's see that. Oh, hey, my swing puts are in the green. 1% in the green. There it is. Let's go, baby. I'm fist bumping. Jersey style. Let's go. Man, look at this. Look at this. Did we get the flush? Did we get the flush? Let's see. We broke through S1 with vigor, and the Qs are still tanking. Let's see if we can get it. Qs now are down here. XLF. Be careful chasing this, just in case this is a trap, because we do have this wick up here. I might buy the breakout of S1 if we continue to start to fall down here. SPY is there. XLF. What are the bonds doing? Bonds are starting to run over here. The VIX, big spike in VIX, 1534 on the VIX, and big green candles. Green candles smoked out on the Qs here. Let's watch the Ks. Let's watch the NASDAQ. Big sell-off there on the NASDAQ. And there we go below S1. I want to break the breakout of S1. I've got my call or puts up ready to go in the event that we break down further. Now, we'll switch to calls if we bounce. We'll see. So we got some shaking and baking right here at S1. We got to play it smart. Got to play it smart. 24% on puts done for the day. Nice, Lee Rat. Well done. Y'all are killing it. I did not average down. No. Man, look at those returns on Lee Rat's profile. I'd love to see it. All right, so a little green here on the Qs. SPY's forming a support at S1. Let's see if we pop through and go down to S2, or if we bounce and come back up to R1, which seems to be the deal. VIX is now spiking 1530. That turned a negative 500 day into a plus 500 day. Take that win and run out. I love it. Great stuff. Great stuff. All right, so green candle flipped red. Did we get the flush? Do we get the flush? Let's watch. Holding our S1 beautifully right now. We need the whispers. I don't know. I'm gonna wait till it catches up, and then we'll get. I'm waiting for the flush. All right, XLY flushed. XLF wants to flush. V is still green. K has still got a little bit of green candle there. SPY just wicked up. I don't like that. Not good right there. Wick ups, bottom wicks. But we popped through S1. I want to see it fail to the downside and take a position. But we'll see. I am surprised we don't see a bigger downside there, but we never know. We are down to S1 here, and we'll see what happens. Especially coming out of earnings season, we'll see what happens. My swing puts are barely in the green, just barely, ever so daintily in the green. I don't see too much conviction on the upside here. There's some wicks here. The big reds were wicked up here. XLF is got some red. Healthcare is still skyrocketing. XLK. Oh, XLI. No, what was that? Consumer discretionary forming new lows. There's a big red candle on SPY. There it is. Red candles, baby. Red candles. Look at that. Look at that. I'm up 10% on these swing puts right now. Let's get it. Hold on a second. I want to manage this. Hold on. 152 on the swings. Yeah, come on. There's S2. And there it is. S2 on the money. And what can we do? Oh, still drilling. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hold on. I'm not really doing much because I want to watch this position. Right off S1. We got 452.55. I'm up 20% on the swing puts. Love it. And still falling. Taper action, baby. Now, I don't want to get caught up in this and watch this thing get smashed to the upside. 452. I know there's a lot of questions. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on a second. 50% gain. Nice. Hold on. I'm just minimizing that. Wick out the bottom to S2. Come on. Come on. Keep flushing. Hey, don't sell them yet. Don't sell them yet. I'm still holding. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what to do. Y'all do your thing. Big red on XLF. XLV finally started rolling over. XLK is forming new lows. So all the market is starting to roll. So don't get too crazy on closing these just yet. Sell on a green candle. Let it ride. I'm riding, baby. Let's go. Oh, yeah, baby. I think this is it. I think I may hit my week. Come on. Go give me S3. We got S3, and it's lobster for dinner, baby. It's lobster. It's lobster. Hit me S3. Come on. Look at this beauty. Dun, 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 dun. Jump on it. Jump on it. Come on. S3. Give me S3. This is what happens when you mention the word taper. We're now below S2. Come on. Come on. I'm taking half at 15. Taking half there. Let me write this down. Hold on a second. Y'all give me a second. I want to watch this position. This is a good position. This is going to make my week. Up 30%. No, 25%. I'm sorry, on the swings. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's get S3. Come on. 452.08 coming on down. What's the rest of the market doing? Don't get lazy and sit there and look at SPY. Look around the market. Everything is rolling. XLY, consumer discretionary. XLIC, the entire market is rolling. So don't get too caught up on selling this position yet. The market is still supporting a downward move. And we're at 30% on my swings, 452.06, and blasting through R3. This is unbelievable. 110% on his put. Nice. Let's go. I took another 25% at 16. Let's see if we can get S4. I'm scaling out on the way down. Let's go. Increasing volume. Don't sit there and look at the VIX. VIX is 715,677. The Qs are coming on down. Let's go, babe. 120% on puts. Nicely done. And we're still coming on down. Give me S4. Give me S4. Come on. We checked up on S2. We checked up on S1. We checked up on S3. Come on down and give me S4. On the money. These levels are on the money. They're on the money. Let's go. Do I consider head and shoulders pattern? The only head and shoulders I look at is shampoo. Big wick off of S3. Big wick off Qs. Are we going to have a continuation or are we going to have some green action here? That was legit. Out 28%. Nice, Justin. Nice. That is what I'm talking about, y'all. That is what I'm talking about, y'all. Big wick up there off S3. Qs are still heading on down, though. Let's look at the market here. Everything is still going good. Career week. I'm going to have to add it up. I'm going to have to add it up. Nope, I'm still in my puts. I'm still in my play. I'm still holding. I'm not closed. I closed roughly 75% of my scalp here. 452.38. I'm still in the swing 100%. I haven't touched the swing play yet. We've got some bottom wicks here and coming on down. Get some. That's right. 31% on puts. Nicely done. I would have sold at a loss if it wasn't for rational thinking. Thanks for being here. I appreciate that. I love it, love it, love it. I'm sorry I didn't post that in the room. It just happened too quick. I'm not about to start typing out when things are tanking here. 78% on puts. Green candle here. Make sure, let's watch a little bit here. I'm not going to go closing out positions just because I see a green candle until I see a market-wide bottom. XLY is still falling. XLF is still falling. I'm going to hold these. I'm still holding. There it is. Flip red. Flip red. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Let's go. Give me S4. Holy moly, guacamole. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wow. 23%. Nicely done. Nicely done. Coming on down. SPY right now is just under S3. I think we still have some more downside left in the tank. But right about here, if I see S2 start to recoup S1, I'll go ahead and close out this position. And we'll go from there. That was tasty. How do we know what tasty wheat tastes like? There we go. Let's look around here. XLF is still red. XLY, or XLV, I'm sorry, went green. I think I might go ahead and close this baby out. Qs are still red. NASDAQ is still down here. SPY is below here. Come on, give me red. Flip red and we'll flush. Come on. I've got 25% of this position remaining. I'm going to go ahead and exit this out. What do we got? What do we got? 105% puts. Nicely done, man. 60% overall this week. The room is absolutely killing it. I have not touched my swings. Correct. I haven't touched them. Still in 100% of my swings. Got out 85% on puts, 25% on UVXY calls. Man, y'all are killing it. Y'all come over and join the fun. Y'all come over and join the fun. We like to have a good time and make a little money along the way. $42%, 40%, 72%. Man. All right, so that green candle flushed out red. Let's come on down, baby. Come on. Give me S4. Give me S4. This is what I'm telling you about. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. I said that we would come within 30 cents of pre-market highs, and we hit 35 cents, and we rolled. And here we are at 452 or 452.30, and we got some downside, baby. That's what I want to see. Let's hit S10. Yeah, for sure. I've currently got S right above S3. S4, I would love to see S4 taken out. I would love it. I'm going to be watching tech here. I might go ahead and close this. I don't know, man. Depends what this candle does. I'll let this candle determine whether or not I'm going to close my scalp. I'm still going to hold on to the swing, but I'll let this candle determine what it's going to do. The follow-on candle, the one after this one. LIRAT just hit 50% gain in 4 weeks. There you go. That's living proof. If y'all don't believe that I hit 150% in 4 months, LIRAT just hit 50% gain in 4 weeks. It can be done with small, consistent, safe plays. Not YOLOing, not 100% position sizes. Safeness. It can be done. Is the Fed done talking? No, they're still yapping. Yeah, you're welcome, Lucas. You're welcome. I'm not giving into you for anything, but I love you all, and I'll never lose another trade as long as I live. You're killing me, Bugs. I like it. 100% 88, 180% of 0 DTE. Nice, nice. Can I split screen Qs and SPY? I tried doing that, but I guess test it out another day, but Super excited. Just joined today. Nice, Richard. Thanks for being here. Volume is dying out. I'm still holding both positions. I've got 25% remaining in my scalp. I haven't touched my swing position. Still holding that one. Holding this level right here. And I'm just waiting for the break. Lee still holding these swings. Now, here's a question. Do we hold these over the weekend? That's the question. It all depends on the day's action. All right, XLF, it just had a big green. XLV, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I'm going to let this candle play. Give it to me. Come on, flush it. Flush it. Come on, let's go. That's X okay. Come on, baby. Come down to S3. You will fall. You will fall. You will go to S3. You're getting very sleepy. I do too, Pandora. 30% win on Jumbo. Nicely done. Nicely done. Hey, 20%'s amazing, Nigel. Amazing. Come on. W Dog says, OM, no cheerleading. Also OM, cheerleading. I know. I'm getting a little crazy. I'm sorry. Don't let me switch on the Bob Ross here. You're very much welcome, M. Naffin. 65% on that drop. Made 10 points on that trading. Awesome stuff. Y'all are absolutely killing it. Give me that like button if you made a little money on that play. There it is. Listen to me. Give me S3. Come on. Give me S4. Let's not be greedy. Give me S4. You know you want to. Your bags are packed. It's time to go home there, ball. Just go. There it is. Come on. Come on. Give me S4. All right, so I've got 1650 on these bids, 1670. Come on. I'd love to get some S4 now. We've got a bottom wick on their Qs. S3 seems to be a good support. If XLF rolls over as well as the other X's, we could get even lower. That's why I'm holding these positions. Is the VIX back up to 16? Almost. 1585. And we got this nice full-bodied candle here. I don't want to see a wick. I want to see full body. And I want this thing to come on down to S4. I don't want to see any double dribble. I don't want to see any half-court violations. I want S4. Come on. All right, so look at these levels. Just, I want you all to see this. Consolidated, consolidated, consolidated. There's a rhyme and the reason to these levels. And if you can learn to play off these levels, you can learn to become more profitable than you ever thought imagining, at least from the past. Learn to play these levels, and you will learn to make some money. And here we go. Give me S4. Give me S4. My swings are at 38%. I don't quite have 50. I got 30. I'm in $1.52. That's my entry. What's up, Aaron? Come on. Now reject S3 and come on down. And that's what I'm looking for. Don't be lazy and sit on SPY. Look around the market here. I'm looking around for any cracks in the armor that's going to bring this up, or it's going to bounce up. All of tech is still falling except Apple's got a little green. We're still at S3. I got 17 bucks on the bid here. I've got the SPY put at 39, now 40%, and here we go flushing down. This continues to be a beautiful, beautiful day, a beautiful week, and a beautiful month. Even more importantly, y'all are making some money. Oh, give me S4. I need $21 to hit 100%. I need 21 bucks to hit 100% gain on these things. Come on. Continue to fall. I've only had 100% gainer in the community. I need another one. Come on. I'm selling at 21 just to get it, just to get a 100% gain. I got a limit order in it at 21. Come on, I'm almost there. Come on. It's on the ask. I see 21 bucks on the ask. Come on. Can't get filled. I saw it come across in the mid, but I didn't get filled on 21. We're right at S4. Coming on down. Bouncing off S4 right there. The VIX right now is popping 16, 15 and over and climbing up. And what a day. What a day. I got 2080 on the ask on these things. Uh-oh. Gonna get close. It's gonna get close here. It's gonna get close. Yahtzee. I got 2170. I got filled at 2170. Yahtzee. 100%. That's the second 100% gain I've ever had with y'all. What a freaking day. What a freaking week. Unbelievable. 100% gain on some delicious, delicious puts. I'm out of that position. My swing puts right now are up 62%. I may have 200% gains. Can I get 200% gains in one day? Is that possible? Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. I got filled at 2170. I love to see it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Good stuff. When you hear OM's pens click. Did I make an S5? Not yet. I need to go in there and look at an S5. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Good stuff. Good stuff. What I played the upside today, there's probably going to be a little buy up here after all this craziness. But yeah, 200% on some Senvika puts. Nicely done. Nicely done. Made puts on 30%, but I'm down 80% of my account today. It's all right. You got 30%. Awesome stuff. Man, if you are new to the channel, please hit that like button. We just had a 100% gainer live on the feed. There's hit that subscribe button too. Learn to trade these beautiful, beautiful levels. If this doesn't tell you how to learn this system, then nothing will. Look at this. Consolidation, 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 and now rejecting S4. These levels work. They will help you become a far better trader. If you don't believe me, come join the Discord and let me know. It's worth the $10 entry fee to just come learn from y'all. So awesome stuff, man. I think my heart rate just took care of my cardio for the day too. Awesome stuff. Good stuff. RIP to everyone who canceled their Patreon yesterday. I love it. Bugs, bugs, bugs. I love it. Toasty Spy, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that greatly. Thanks for being here and hanging out and supporting the community. Awesome stuff, man. Thank you. Close out my last 0DT 320%. Awesome stuff. I feel like being a part of history. Great job. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's been about 4 months since I had my last 100%er, and that takes care of it, baby. Dex take care of it. Love to see it. Boom. Patreon says about to go up. I just want y'all to learn, baby. I just want y'all to learn. This still may fall the way this candle's looking. It's holding S4. I need to come here and start identifying S5. I think we need S5 through S10. Let's look around here. Don't get lazy. Don't get complacent. Let's not get euphoric. I know we just had an incredible win. Let's dig in and make sure there's still some more downside here and play smart. If I don't want to miss out on another play if there's more downside here. I am going to adjust my strikes. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Let's see here. Still going with the 25ths. I'm up 51% on these puts. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm going to go with the 45.15s. Currently trading for $8.40 a piece. Up 8.7% on my account, 25% for the week. Nice. Definitely not Lester. I like it. I like it. Another red candle off S4. I'm still holding my swing position. I'm out of my scalp. 105%, $105 return. Nice. The party is just getting started. That's right. That's right. Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate that. Woke up 20 minutes ago, listened to OM, went morning peak, came out with a 40% gain. Nicely done. Nice. Did I? No, I bought a swing put yesterday right before market closed. I took another swing, scalp somewhere up here, and now we're down here at 451. Yep, sorry, I was blabbering my gums. Let me update SPY watch list, and I will do that. 450s. Let's see here. Let's go, baby. What was I about to do? What was I about to do? Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm octopus arming a lot of stuff. I'm lobster eyeing the charts, and I'm octopus arming a lot of stuff here on the computer. Look at that beautiful rejection. That is amazing, healthy rejection. Awesome, awesome stuff. All right, so right here. We're kind of in this no man land below it, but until we get to like 449, we're kind of in no man's land, but I'll try to see what I can do here. No, that ain't gonna work. Okay. I don't like that. All right, that's good. All right, stand by one. Let me look at this real quick, and I'll post an S4 or an S5. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. Someone yell something out if anything happens. I'm going to be heads down for a sec. Posted. Pre-market analysis S5 is posted. I'm not getting a protein shake yet. I've already had my protein shake. I've been up since 04. Got my fitness in, got some stuff in, had my protein shake, and now I'm about to have some lunch. Good stuff. Portfolio is up 20% per day. Nice. All right, now here's the deal. Don't give anything back. Take what you can, give nothing back. If you are euphoric right now, I highly suggest taking your hand off the mouse. Back away from the mouse. Set the mouse down. Don't give back anything. Don't give back any profits. Just walk away. Are we looking for an LRS? I don't have the EMAs up on my screen. I'm not looking at them. Yep, I'm done. That's nice, Cyrus. Awesome stuff. 14% return, America. Nicely done. Nicely done. Awesome stuff. 208%, 208 likes, one dislike. I wish that one dislike all the best. And we are currently at 451.36, just under S4. What is Tesla doing? Tesla kind of rocked it there. SPY is falling. 61% on my swing puts right now. Now I wish I would have averaged down, you know? You know what I'm saying? It is juicy action for Friday. Love it. Yeah, that dislike is used to being a Wall Street bets. They're used to losing money. They can't YOLO when we're actually making money. Your SRs are orb. Thanks, appreciate that. Are my indicators available on TOS or is it only for members? Well, the support and resistance lines aren't. I mean, they are an indicator, yeah, but it's not something I could give you. They're custom, and I plug the values in every day, so it's not something I give to you. I'm more than happy to send you my trading view chart, but you're not going to get the levels on them because they're something I have to type in every morning. All right, CE. Great morning. Take it easy. We're consolidating just under S4. I've got S5 plotted and ready to go. Actually, I don't have it plotted. I've got it calculated. I don't have it plotted. Am I going to close these swings or hold them into next week? That's a good question, Ghost in the stream. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know. And another flush, baby. Nope, I didn't take Tesla puts. Nope. Well, you'll only lose a lot to theta if the price stays pretty flat. No, I'm not. I'm not Kitchery. You closed 30% on the swings. Nice. Currently up 67% on mine. If I do see a big bullish action here, I will consider closing these. If we have like a buy the dip, I'll consider closing them. But right now, yeah, I don't want to do that. Sorry, y'all know I got to take a snippet. Send it to my wife. Something I got to do. All right, right up here at the red. Those R and S lines you have, you always talk about how you should learn them and use them. How do we learn them? Because you can learn how to form them. You can learn how to form them. I've got a video, educational watch list. Go take a look at it. It's called How to Form Dynamite Levels. I can teach you how to form them. I just can't give them to you every day because like I have to manually plug them in. That's what I'm saying. All right. Facebook's down real bad. Good, good, good. Well, they've got that big downside from yesterday, but Amazon's down. I don't like to see that. I love me some Amazon. They're giving back all that big crazy climb they had back on the 15th. On Friday, last Friday, they had that. Nasdaq's gonna give up 15. We'll see. I mean that's nothing. Once we start rocking and rolling 15, say goodbye to 15. You won't see that for 2 or 3 years again, if that. So once we start rocking and rolling, it's gonna rock and roll. Write that down. That's deep right there. Crushed it this morning. You're welcome. You're welcome, Gordon. Truly life changing. Headed out for my long run. Man, Gordon's been killing it. Gordon's been absolutely been killing it this week. Last week, I'd love to see y'all's lives being changed, learning how to do something that I'm sure you are passionate about as I am. Yeah, hold on, Sandy, what did you just say? What did you just say? J Powell just admitting they're changing how they measure the degree of inflation. God, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ever since they started yapping about inflation is transitory, it's not going to go up, blah, 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 we're going to manage it, it's crazy. They're going to say that to hedge the market as much as they can. And then when it finally does explode, they're going to say unforeseeable circumstances. Things changed. Circumstances changed. Blah, blah, blah. And look, that's the first crack in the armor right there, what Sandy just posted. God, I love this job. Pointing out their crap. I'm with you, John. I think if I start to see a big bullish candle here, I'll close these babies and I'll reconsider opening them. I'm out. SPY consolidated at every S level on the way down. That's how you know things are working, baby. That's how you know things are working. All right, XLF's candle got wicked out. No, it consolidated there too, John. Briefly, but it consolidated there. Yeah, he's not going to say how. They're going to be very generic. They're going to be vague until they just grab and rip the mask off, and then we're done. Thanks for being here, Delta One. Awesome stuff today. That's right, Ezekiel. Yep. That's right, Matt. $121 gain off this morning's R1. Loved it. Nice. Smashed Hulk. Hulk smashed for sure. I'm going to give this a few more potatoes, and I think I'm going to close out the swing and go from there, and I'll re-enter if need be. Swing puts yesterday 70% gain. Awesome stuff. Yoshi says, awesome stuff here. Little question. Do you have a reason that you chart SPY instead of ES? I do chart them both. I chart them both. All right, big buy up here. I don't want to give back too much of this put. A lot of hard-earned profits there. I'm going to give this a few more potatoes, Yeah, I want to see if there's rejection at S3, and let's see how this. Oh, I don't like that. It continues to get bought up here. It's stagnant because it's at S3. All right, so there's a little wick. See, this is where my ego is coming into play here. I want 50% gain. Right now it's at 43% gain, so I'm trying to wait for it to drop, but I don't want to smoke this out to a 30%. So just made a quick 8% on calls from S4 to S3. Nice. Beautiful levels. Thanks, Nigel. There's that red. That's what I was waiting on. See if we can have a flush. Holy crap, I have a lot of DMs. I'll get to y'all once I get out of this position, or if I feel like what I'm doing, or sign off. I'll get to your position or your DMs. Give me a sec. I think I'm going to join the Patreon just so we can have that conference meeting. It would be funny to see this live. That'd be awesome. All right, coming up to S3 again. $204. Close out my VIX swings for 18%. Nice flux. Oh, don't like that. All right. I was up 83% on these things at one point. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to find a hotel that won't mind a little loudness. I actually would love to do Vegas. Couldn't stay out. My account is now $900. Nice, Porsche dude. That's awesome. My alarm clock. 451.90. Come on, baby. This Patreon was the best $10 I've ever spent. Spicy curry, I love it. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it for sure. It's been an amazing experience the past 5 or 6 months since we started. And I love the fact that y'all are enjoying it. Good stuff. So I see a lot of people saying Vegas. Would Vegas be a con? Anybody have any naysayers against Vegas for the first OM conference? Okay, Vegas is good for Canadians too. Cheap and easy flights. That's a big one too. There, if I can involve people from Canada, that'd be awesome. Vegas is still under heavy Corona. Yeah, we'd have to definitely wait until Corona kind of start lifting up a little bit. All right, another red candle here, by the way. I wouldn't be doing any gambling. I don't gamble, so that would be up to y'all. But yeah, nice healthy red candle there on the Qs, and coming on down still. Let's see if we can break through S4. I'd love to do Orlando, but it's a little too skewed to one side of the country. I want to involve as many people as I can. I want it to be centrally located. There it is. There's that red candle. There it is. Come on. Back to 60% gain on these things. Let's break S4 and go to S5. Love to see it. 5 for 5, Flux. Nicely done. Do we have an S5 level? Yeah, it's calculated in pre-market analysis. I just don't have it. I don't have it plotted yet. A lot of shaking and baking here on the SPY. Yeah, Michael. I've got a video called "How to Formulate" or "How to Form Dynamite Levels." Just check my educational series and take a look at it in my playlists on YouTube. There, you'll find it. Owen would be an amazing sports broadcaster. He has that TV voice. Well, I've got a TV. I've got a voice, a radio face. That's the problem. Little green right there. Do we have downside potential? I still think we do. Yeah. Not maybe not in the maybe not in the short term, but in the long term, yeah, we do. S3 is still hard. Hard resistance. I'm giving this till S3, and then I'm going to close these out if we pop above. Still holding S3 beautifully. Beautifully. No, I'm not playing a call. Nope. I've always liked E-Trade. It's something I've always used. Never had a problem with it for the most part. I mean, you have a few issues, but all in all, nothing. Been great. There's a big green right out through S3. Giving it a second. Giving it a second. Still holding S3. Made a nifty graph of my account value in Excel. Nice. Man, that's awesome. What's XLF doing? So a market wide little bounce here, mini bounce. Full bodied candle. Not a lot of wicks there. I'm inclined to exit this position. Engulf. I'd love to see that thing engulf. There it is. Come on, John. Maybe it'll engulf. Did you make a video on how to use your log? Yeah, I do have one. I've got one in the. Oh man, that just greened up here. I've got one in my educational series. I'll post a link. Let me get out of this play here, and I'll post a link to it. So that thing wicked right up. That was a nice little green candle. All right, give me a second here. There. Still watching, still watching. There it is. Oh, you're talking about. Oh man, I was never mind. I was thinking about the personal budgeting tool. No, I don't have a video about the trading log. No. All right, so Q's flipped red. We're still hovering right at our S3. Do I think it'll go back down? Eventually, yes. We might have a little short-term pop-up here, but I think we're done in terms of going up, and I think we're going to come back down. So a lot of buying up here. I do play some data plays, not nearly as much as Cody or Vet, but I do play them when the market conditions. I like to focus on what I'm doing. What I'm doing is working very, very well. So I like to focus on this. And when the market does not give me good entries for long positions, I will switch over to selling some strangles. I'll go some short strangles and make a little money that way. But the thing is, like, I don't want to be a theta player. I don't want to be a day trader. I want to be everything. I want to learn as many tools as I can to play what I can when I can. So nice, Matt, 50%. What are theta plays? Theta plays is when you are collecting premiums. So you are selling the positions instead of buying the positions. Whenever you buy a contract, there's somebody out there selling that contract to you. So they're selling it, you're buying it, and they're going to collect those premiums. Mainly, Justin, because I'm hungry, and the second I close out this position, I'm going to go get some food, and then I'll come back and reanalyze. Going to go get some lobster. Yeah. Breaking S3. There's a nice little red candle. Nope, I didn't close yet. I'll let you know when I close. I just subscribed to Like Your Style, especially the education. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing, supporting the community, being here. Good stuff. Nice full body candles on the Fs. That might come down a little bit. So candles across the board on most of the X's. Maybe we'll get a little downside here. Oh, there it is. I got 207 on these things. There it is. Okay. Okay. Now we're rocking and rolling a little bit. Bring it down, baby. Give me 450. I'd love to see 450. Still coming down, baby. Let's put in a 215 bid. I wonder if I get 215. Nope. Modify 215. Dirty Dusty with the scalping. Did you get green again after that big mishap this morning, Dirty Dusty? It looks pretty amazing, I'm not gonna lie. That's some killer gains right there, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Very green. I got a limit order into 215 to get out of this position. It ain't getting it. I'm right at 213. XLF is still around. No, oh, that just flipped green. Okay. 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 Right on back up. Right on back up. Little shaking and baking this morning. All right. All right. All right, Pope Jelly, nicely done. All right, well, I think I'm going to call that a morning, and I think it goes without saying that that is an absolutely incredible, incredible morning. What happened? I think. Okay, no, we're good. Thought I lost my audio there for a sec. So, yeah, I'm going to call that a morning. Go grab some food. I'm hungry, and I need a little chow after that freaking morning. 100% win the first time. Actually, more than that. More than that. So, second 100% win I've had since creating this community. Awesome stuff. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, please, as always, hit that like button, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments. You like what you see? Ask questions. Come on, join the community. Awesome, awesome place to learn, to grow, and provide some consistency to a very unpredictable hobby or profession. Depends how you want to look at it. There's a link if you want to come over and join. You can have access to me anytime. Shoot me a DM anytime in the Discord. I'll be happy to answer to you as much as I can, as fast as I can. Yeah, so thank y'all. Appreciate it. Yeah, see you in Vegas for the conference. Yeah, for sure. Hey, I'm telling you, when if somebody is tech savvy, create a countdown. So if we get 2,000 on Patreon, I will schedule the first OM conference. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Till next time, I'm out. See you.
Star copies all. Go ahead. Message to observer. Alpha 3 rounds. AT delay in effect. 3 guns. Bravo 2 rounds. 2 guns. Smoke on effect.